Global happenings today. We communicate. We analyze global news.
As Nigerians are considering who will lead the country in 2027, Peter Obi has been topmost in the list of opposition leaders who may possibly do that. But then, one issue that has generated a lot of commentary had been the issue of his readiness to do one term. Now, the issue came up, and so many political leaders and stakeholders, politicians, came out, both serving and former governors, politicians, and the likes. Most of them believe that the position of Peter Obi cannot be as certain. That's, in other words, he cannot be taken so serious, considering the fact that every politician would always want to go for a second term. Started up with Soludo, who is interestingly his kinsman, and also Arewa came in to talk about it. Kennedy Okonkwo, Bayo Nanoga, who is aide of the president, also had to talk about that same issue. But interestingly, Peter Obi came up again and reiterated his position that if leadership should be leadership, it won't take a whole lifetime to change the narrative. That 4 years is quite a long time. Now, let's listen to a former chairman of the Inter-Party Advisory Council, IPAc, as he took the time to talk about the person of Peter Obi and also narrated what Nigerians should be focusing on as of now, considering what we've tested thus far. Let's listen to him. We'll be back.
I've known Peter Obi for a very long time, and I'm saying this. I've been in the political cycle. You've known me for years. I've been IPAc secretary, IPAc chairman, a lot of other things. I'm not doing this politics now because I want to, be somewhere or just get salary or just participate in the government. No, I would have had this opportunity long time ago. We are looking at how to save this country. Peter Obi is somebody that has conquered greed, is moral and politically upright and disciplined. Very disciplined. How I wish many Nigerians could just be used as people who go to him so that they can get mentored. Because let me tell you, the level of way he's pushing this one term is sacrosanct. It's not something that has been done in the bedroom. Peter Obi will not want to lose his integrity or wants to lose his public, acceptance and appeal by just saying something, goes to the Twitter and say it, go to television, say it on your channels. These are clear statements that he's committed to participating in governance by doing the right thing. What is 4 years? 4 years is a lot of years. If you have the leader that is compassionate and committed, that sit every day, that can have the energy to go through the papers and go through the books, 4 years is a lot of years. Go and look at what is happening in Argentina. Go and look at what is doing in Argentina. Inflation has dropped drastically. The GDP has increased. The people are having, the unemployment rate is working. In just 2 years in Argentina. It took only 2 years for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to bring us to this level of leadership. So poor leadership. So we need to be able to understand one thing, that 2 years is a lot of years to strengthen our institutional framework, to put up our discipline when it comes to fiscal responsibility and how we manage our resources. The most important thing you see in our government is that there's so much waste in governance and we don't prioritize our spending. So these are the character that Peter Obi has, that if he brings on board, it will be able to re-engineer how governance is operated in this country. And it's clear. Look, let's not drag this issue of one person saying 4 years. You have 365 days times 4.
Is that enough to do a lot of sincerity in it? We've seen situations where politicians go with one statement, and at the end of the day, they have the right to change their minds, and they say, the people have prevailed on me. That's what I said, that's what I want, but what will I do when people say, no, that you must change your mind? You have to listen to the people. We've heard that over and over again.
This country is very diverse. Power is not domiciled in one zone. People will see you. Young people, we must give them good example. That's why, look, I've sat with him when somebody came to him and said, he said, no. I want to be able to leave example behind for young upcoming Nigerians to see that a man can make statements, a man can commit to the statement, and a man can deliver on a statement. Because this is only a pathway to creating new generation that will not see politics from the prism of it is my turn, we must grab the ballot box, you must run away with it. These are the challenge we have. People want to forcefully be in government perpetually without even delivering for the people. What we are looking for is that he has a prototype of the plan of what kind of government he thinks he should run. And and he's not coming in to come and learn on the job. He's very successful when it comes to private sector, participation. He has done governor before. A lot of people might want to misrepresent his achievement, but there are records to show that he has performed and is committed to delivering good governance to any sector he has participated in. See, this one term, he's not saying it in the bedroom. He's not signing it with 3-4 people sitting down and saying, oh, look, I want to just do one term. He's telling Nigerians that in 4 years' time, if I stay for 4 years, you will see the kind of impactful leadership that you've not seen before. And then we can now usher in a system where it will be representative, that will show representation for the interest of people. You see these 2 terms that we are doing, that people have misjudged from Section 134 or Section 2, to say, no, it's compulsory, I must do 2 terms. If you fail in an exam, will you go to the next class? You shouldn't go to the next class. Even if you succeed in that class, and you feel, a lot of people have had first degree that are not having masters. It doesn't mean that they are not brilliant, but you have to do something that will come to your satisfaction. This kind of leadership we have today are not leadership that we must forcefully put them, oh, they must do second term. And people talk about written agreement. Let me tell you one thing about unwritten agreement. It is even more decisive than written ones. Even more decisive, especially when it's signed with open mind with the people. Yeah. I am very confident. I trust in his leadership and I trust in his success.
All right, welcome back. John Omeh, the former chairman of Interparty Advisory Council, has made his position known, and I must say that most Nigerians have bought into it, but some still believe that he's only on the part of Peter Obi, possibly because he's going to get something out of it. So many Nigerians have spoken up about it, my colleagues in the House, and we just want to talk about it. What's your standpoint on what John Omeh had to say about the person of Peter Obi and the fact that fixing the country does not take such a long time, that 365 days times 4 is such a huge time that Nigerians should be looking in that direction.
But let's remove sentiment and let's not be politically intelligent here. Let's call it spade a spade. Let's see the way it is. Now look at Peter Obi. He's a billionaire. He's not a billionaire by politics. He's a businessman who had gained his onions, who has gained his recognition in the business world. And when you comes to the business world, a lot of persons will tell you they've seen him in different sectors of the economy. He has literally practiced what he's preaching. He can tell you how to multiply income, how to multiply wealth. He has grown wealth from scratch to finish. And these are the kind of persons we need in this country that will show prudence, not those who ram into wealth by being a politician. In Nigeria, politics is a business. It's a career path that will take you out of a poverty line to multi-billionaire, multi-trillionaire these days, as we can see, and such that some persons now look at it as a way of life. Now, if you are bringing that into politics, like Wike would say, you don't need to like me. If I give you good quality, good services, then please applaud me. Now, if Peter, you don't need to like his soft-spokenness. Some persons don't even like his soft words or his soft voice. But if he can deliver, why not? And if you have, now looking at other politicians, okay, their track record, look at Peter Obi's track record, and look at other politicians' track record. How did they make their wealth? Some of them, they became multi-billionaire as soon as they entered politics and stayed long in politics. Peter Obi and some few others came into politics as billionaires before they came into politics. So can we just try him for 4 years? We've tried others. We've tried so many persons who came in, drew the system backward. Can we try someone who said just 4 years? It's his word against his own. He has everything to lose if at the end of the 4th year, he decides not to step down. Nigerians themselves, I myself, will remind him of the promise he made to Nigerians. I think we should try him. We have tried the worst. Can't we at least try a better hand? Okay.
Now, another very interesting question I want you to also answer is on the issue of changing his mind maybe midway or possibly at the end of his first tenure. Don't forget that when a man super perform, at one point Nigerians will be calling for continuity because they want to see the right thing. And if this kind of pressure comes up from north, south, east, and west, or from all the 6 geopolitical zones, do you think that Peter Obi, just like what happened in Abga, may decide to say, I go with the public, I go with the people, they're the owner of the mandate, let me continue again? Or can you give it to him? How many percentage would you give to him?
I believe that as a man of honor, no matter the pressure, your honor was, or your word was, after 4 years, I will hand it over to the North, which is going to be the turn of the North. If he believes very strongly that he has superperformed, he will hand over power to the best possible candidate from the North by virtue of rotational, though not written agreement. Then if he still believes that after 8 years of the North running, he will still be strong enough to run through affairs of Nigeria, why not? Because let's tell ourselves the truth, even he himself said it, that if by now he doesn't get into the seat, by 2031 he will not be running, because he doesn't want to go in there. He wants to be energetic. He wants, when the buck falls on his table, he wants to be held accountable for every decision, not the ones that he'll be doing it on proxy because he doesn't have the physical strength or the mental power to do all of that. He wants to be responsible for all decisions he takes. So imagine him saying he's going to hand over power in 2031, by God's grace, if he eventually comes in, and waits after 8 years to run. Of course, he will be mentally not fit, or physically not fit, maybe mentally fit, but physically not fit. But if he decides to run 2031 after 2027, I personally will be disappointed, because he gave his word. His word ought to be his bond, and I believe strongly that his word will be his bond.
All right, that's what we would like.